All right, Robin. So you had a chance to look at your lesson a little bit and teach it. How do you feel it went?
I think it went okay, but always, like I said, I was focusing more on, sometimes their behaviors, and there's so many distractions, it's hard to kind of get across what I was going for, but you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for a 4-year-old or transitional kinder come up, and they knew the ending sounds, and they knew O-W-N, and they were down, and even though some of them only got the O-W, and then you said, and they got the N, I mean, to me, that's complex. That is really advanced. And they can do it. And just like our conversation yesterday, you said, well, sometimes the kinder teachers are saying, why are you teaching that? Because, it's
too hard for them, yes.
And you proved them wrong.
Right. They can do it. They definitely can do it.
And I really liked all the different ways. You kind of incorporated the things we talked about, like having them turn away. And I think you were having them see if they could say the poem from memory. And while they were doing that, you were erasing the letters, the missing letters. So when they turned back, they were like, you just build in so much anticipation and excitement in the lesson that you keep them engaged. That was, it's hard to keep TKs 20, 25 minutes. You've seen in the previous lesson that you can do it.
Yeah.
But it's all on the engagement. It's all on how the lesson's designed and laid out and the pacing is kept moving.
Right.
So I know we were talking about, well, what could we do as far as assessing whether they're learning? I think that's a perfect way to assess. And now, it's like, okay, I'm getting a lot of participation from them. And you can keep doing, I think this is appropriate for the level that they're at right now. So I think with other poems, you can keep using kind of the same format. How do you feel?
I agree. And just charting it versus just having it on the screen. Because I've done a few where I've charted that they've done in their book. But I really liked tackling it first like that. And then going back and releasing, in the future, I think I'll do that first. Then release them to do the poem at their desk and then to illustrate it and then to go deeper. Sometimes we change the title of the poem. Like I said, that was the teddy bears. The teddy bear was the color of breakfast toast.
Right.
So, talking more deeply about, well, what's the author's message? It didn't say the color, but what color is it?
Right. And another thing, too, that you might want to start doing once they've been exposed enough, is coming up with their own rhyming poems as a class first. But that would be further down the line. But you say, oh, boys and girls, our letter today is H. What's an H word?
Right.
And they say home. Oh, what rhymes with home? Home. Okay, let's make our own rhyming poem.
Right.
And really just to reinforce that concept and keep that awareness that, words rhyme and that concept alive. Did you still want me to test like a high, medium?
Yes, I printed some out, and I was wondering if you could take some of your ELL kids and see kind of how they did with it also.
Right, because again,
and language-wise, and so when we were out at recess today, we all grabbed leaves, and they were saying the poem to me, and they were throwing the leaves in the air, and they were going down, down, and they were doing it, and they were picking a yellow leaf and a brown leaf, or they were doing the poem outside. So I think they used the realia, and they maybe got a little bit more from it because we revisited it, and they really have memorized. Most of them have memorized.
Right, and now you can see that you can work with that one poem.
Right.
3-4 days.
Yes.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
Easy, doing all these different activities, and again, they're never going to get bored because of the way you make it a game. You make it a game, you make it fun, you make it a surprise.
Right.
And that's the way you keep something.
Right.
When it was fun, you remember it.
Right.
Right. So I think that's really important. But I think the lesson went really well.
Oh, thank you.
You did an awesome job.
Well, thank you for giving me so many ideas, and that was great. So.